What is going on, YouTube? BodyRot420 here, and today we're going to talk about how to get blueprints in Rust. And the quickest way to get blueprints is use your workbenches. So scraps are very important when it comes to getting blueprints. So, farm all of the scraps you can. If you guys don't know how to find scraps, I'll make another video later on to explain on how and where to find and farm scraps. So right now we're going to use one of these workbenches, and this is the level 1 workbench that everybody starts off with. So right here on the workbench, to get blueprints, anything for the workbench will be all tier 1 items. So anything you get on this experimental results right here will be anything on the tier 1 list, and I'll put a list in between all of these for you guys and a link in the description so you guys can see what tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 is for each workbench. But this is how you get the basic workprints. So right here you'll put in your scrap. The minimum amount for a level 1 is 75, so don't expect to spend any more than that. There will be a little button right here that says begin experiment, and then you'll get a blueprint right here in this window, and it'll come up as some of these, let's see, bring a list up real quick. Some of these tier 1 items right here, bring up some of these, the floor grills, walls, beds, research tables. Some of these you already get, but it'll get like the hatchet, revolver, water pipe, double barrel, bullets, shotgun trap. That's how you get some of those. And so say you're out farming around and you find an item, but you haven't found the blueprint yet for it. What I would recommend is get yourself a research table like this. You could put the item in there. So say you found the revolver, but you don't know how to make them yet. Put the revolver in the research table, and it'll tell you right there how much it will cost in scraps to make the revolver for a blueprint. You hit begin research, and it'll start to make a blueprint for you. When this counts down, you'll have a blueprint. Don't worry about this resource needed right here. That's just the server and the TC. But see, there you go. Now you have a blueprint for a revolver. So now you can go to learn blueprint, and now you know how to make revolvers. You can do the same thing with like pythons, do it anything, bean cans, satchels, anything that you find and you don't have the blueprint for yet. See, there you go. There's another one right there for python. Okay, now go over here to your tier 2 workbench, and it's the same thing. You go over here to your tier 2 workbench, and each experimental blueprint that will cost you for the T2 workbench will be 300 scrap. So that's 300 scrap per just random blueprint, and that's how you get your other weapons like your SAR, bean cans, satchels, things along those lines. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description for you guys so you guys can figure that out easier. And same thing with the level 3 workbench. Once you upgrade to the level 3, you should have a decent amount of scraps and gear by then. But the level 3 workbench is how you actually learn the AK, the rocket launcher, the C4, all of the good stuff in the game. And to use the experimental blueprints for the level 3 workbench is 1,000 scrap per experimental use. And like I said, I'll bring this back over so you guys can see real quick. These are some of the things that you can get right here in the experimental blueprint. So you can get the armored doors, the externals, the explosives, the metal face mask. So you get the AK, the MP5, and these are the blueprints you'll get from doing the experimental using the workbench. So I hope this helped some of you guys. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll catch you guys next video.